There was a time in my life I'll never forget, and honestly, I don't even want to imagine what it would have looked like without life insurance. A few years ago, my husband and I were building a life together. We had a small home, 2 kids, and big dreams. Money was always tight, but we made it work. One thing we did, almost on a whim, was get life insurance. We didn't think much of it at the time. It felt like just another bill. But it ended up being the thing that saved us. When my husband passed away unexpectedly, I was devastated. Grieving was hard enough, but the fear of how am I going to take care of everything hit just as hard. Mortgage, car payments, groceries, school supplies, it all felt impossible. But then, the life insurance policy we had set up came through. That check didn't take away my pain, but it gave me time to breathe. It paid off our mortgage. It kept the lights on. It made sure my kids didn't have to switch schools or miss out on opportunities. It meant I could grieve without the crushing weight of financial fear. Without that policy, we would have drowned. I truly believe that. Instead, we stayed afloat. We healed. We rebuilt. Life insurance didn't just save our finances, it saved our future. And that's why I'm so passionate about making sure other families are protected. You never think it'll happen to you until it does. What if you could get $1 million in cash, tax-free, if you were diagnosed with a major illness or got into a major accident? Text ONE-LIFE to 330-577-3496 to learn more. Protect yourself and your family today. You know, life can change in an instant. I learned that the hard way. A few years back, life was normal, busy, chaotic, beautiful. My husband and I had 2 little ones running around, bills piling up like always, and dreams for the future. We weren't rich, but we had love. One day, a friend of ours convinced us to get life insurance, just in case. I remember thinking, we're young, we're healthy, we'll be fine. Then the unthinkable happened. I lost him, just like that. No warning, no chance to prepare. One day he kissed me goodbye in the morning, and that night he was gone. I didn't know how I was going to survive it, emotionally or financially. The bills didn't stop coming just because my heart was broken. The kids still needed food, a roof, a mom who wasn't drowning in stress. That life insurance policy? It was like a lifeboat in the middle of a storm. It kept us from sinking. It gave me space to grieve without worrying about losing our home. It gave my kids stability when everything else felt upside down. I think about it all the time, how just one decision, one conversation, changed everything for us when everything else fell apart. And that's why I tell everyone now, life insurance isn't for you. It's for the people you love the most. What if you could get $1 million in cash, tax-free, if you were diagnosed with a major illness or got into a major accident? Text ONE-LIFE to 330-577-3496 to learn more. Protect yourself and your family today. Kids had everything they needed. I remember one night, sitting at the kitchen table, David said, maybe we should look into life insurance, just to be safe. I'll be honest, I rolled my eyes. We're young, we're healthy, we'll have time. But he insisted, so we did it. 6 months later, I got the phone call that shattered my world. David had been in an accident. He didn't make it. The days that followed were a blur of tears, fear, and heartbreak. I remember sitting on our front porch, holding our youngest, feeling completely frozen. How was I supposed to pay the mortgage? How was I supposed to raise these kids alone? That's when the life insurance David insisted on came through. I can't even explain the feeling. It was like someone throwing me a lifeline while I was drowning. It meant I didn't have to sell our home. It meant the kids didn't have to change schools, leave their friends, or feel even more lost than they already had. It gave me the time to breathe. It gave me a chance to heal. David's love didn't end when he left this world. He made sure we were protected even after he was gone. That policy wasn't just paperwork. It was his final act of love for us. And that's why I tell everyone now, don't wait. Don't think it's too early. Love means protecting your family, even when you're no longer there to hold them. What if you could get $1 million in cash, tax-free, if you were diagnosed with a major illness or got into a major accident? Text One Life to 330-577-3496 to learn more. Protect yourself and your family today.